In our last episode, we walked through all the steps that it takes to set up an appointment with a therapist. Once you make that appointment, it's normal to feel a bit nervous and to be curious about what it'll be like. Let's break it down. In that first session, you can expect the therapist to introduce themselves, explain a bit about their approach, and then ask what brings you to therapy. The therapist might also ask about any symptoms that you might be dealing with, as well as some general getting to know you questions. Remember, there are no wrong answers. Focus on answering as honestly as possible, and it's okay if you're not quite sure how to put your feelings into words. You also are not expected to start sharing your most intimate secrets immediately, or to go beyond your level of comfort. You can start talking about anything that's on your mind, whatever you're dealing with at the moment. And remember, you're allowed to ask questions too. The two of you are just getting to know each other. It's going to take time to build trust. As your therapist gets to know you better and you feel safer with them, you'll be able to find the best way to work together and you'll feel more comfortable sharing with them. Keep in mind, it's also okay if you don't connect with the first therapist that you need. It can often take time to find a therapist who really gets you, and it's essential that you feel safe with your therapist. Some common ways that a therapist can help you feel safe include genuinely trying to get to know you, not just fishing for a label that they can put on you. You want a therapist who's curious about you as a person, as opposed to someone who just treats you like another diagnosis on a piece of paper. A good therapist shows up on time, and they show genuine caring for your well-being. The best way to recognize a therapist who's a good fit for you is one that makes you feel safe. As you go through the process of therapy, here's an idea of what you'll experience in your regular sessions. Usually, your therapist will start by checking in on how you've been doing since your last visit and see what's going on in your day-to-day life. In your sessions, you can talk about whatever's on your mind and anything that you're going through in your everyday life. You may also find yourself learning new skills and practices from your therapist. These might include anything from breathing practices, new ways to talk to yourself, strategies for coping with stress. The list could go on and on. A therapist can also help you work through specific problems that you're dealing with in your everyday life. Maybe it's a difficult relationship, or you're having trouble focusing at school. Your therapist can be a huge help in getting you past these hurdles. Everyone's experience with therapy is different, so all that matters is that you find a therapist and a practice that works for you. All the time we hear phrases like, talk to a professional, or it's okay to ask for help, but oftentimes we don't know where to start. Hopefully, these videos have made that process a little less intimidating and helped you realize that seeking out therapy in whatever form you choose is a great way to work through the emotions and stress that you encounter on an everyday basis.